here we are. You know, a lot of people. I mean, well, first of all, hi, I'm Sam. This is my sweet wife, Jessica, here. And a lot of people have been blowing up my phone, my email, not so much now, but, you know, for a long stretch. And I think you just need to speak to those people who really care about you and have been following. Just tell them, you know, take a minute and tell them what you've been through. And what's this past 5 weeks been like for you? How did it all start?
Do I talk over here?
Yep.
Oh,
Well, it started when you got the headaches, right?
Yeah, so it all began with a headache that lasted for 2 weeks. And it was kind of a good headache because it would come and then it would go, so I could actually live my life. And it would come in these waves, but I just was there every day. And so I think it was the second week that I heard myself scream out at one point, "I need a nurse!" And that's when I knew, like, something was different.
Yeah.
And then I found myself texting Sam that I needed an MRI, and I don't even think that way. So then I knew something was going on.
Yeah, that's when I knew it was serious too, because Jessica, Miss pain management queen here.
Yeah, so I think that there was also one point when I even verbalized after a headache episode that here it is 2012 and Jessica has a brain tumor, but I was just joking. I didn't really think that it would be true. So finally went to the emergency room after 2 weeks, and Sam's chiropractor, Dr. Cole, saw me in a headache, and he was like, "This is beyond me." And when I heard that, it validated that I was actually in that much pain, because I've had bad headaches, so it wasn't that big of a deal in a way. But then I went to Anne Arundel, and I guess they did a C-scan.
Yeah, and an MRI.
And an MRI.
Yeah.
And there it was, gigantic tumor. I think it was like that big or something.
Size of a lemon. About the size of a lemon, they said. Yep, right up here in her right frontal lobe.
You can kind of see my shaved head. And that was when they said, okay, so you have to have surgery. And I was like, okay, I guess that's what I have to do. So I got admitted to Anne Arundel, and then I got somehow connected to a really amazing surgeon at Johns Hopkins. And that's when, then I guess it was Ash Wednesday, I had my surgery, 22nd.
Right.
To have it removed.
It was a 4-hour surgery. Dr. Weingart did it for her up at the neurosurgical center at Johns Hopkins Medical Center in Baltimore. And yeah, gosh, that was really crazy. How did you, and then, well, yeah, and then she was kind of knocked out, so, I mean, at that point in time, you know, she's in for surgery. 4 or 5 hours later, you know, we were all waiting for her in the ICU, basically, to come in, and Dr. Weingart came in. He said the surgery went really well. It was great resection, and he expected her to do very well. And then we were overnight there, one night just in the ICU, and then the next day she was actually up and walking around. It was amazing. This one physical therapist there just kind of helped her. I just watched her kind of coax her to first sit up and then put her knees over the bed. And
I have no memory of that.
no, next thing you knew, you were walking laps around the ICU. It was crazy. It just seemed to heal so fast, you know, in the moment then. But it's still very scary. And what do you remember after the surgery, like when you kind of came back to us, you know? Do you remember being moved into a different room then in Hopkins? We were at Hopkins for about 4 more days, I think, something like that. Remember our favorite nurse there? And, yeah.
I was
What
on
were
a
you
lot of
think-
drugs.
You were. Show them, just kind of show them, like where your incision was a little bit, or just what kind of happened.
Kind of see
Yeah.
ish. It's like this whole area is just kind of coming back to.
Yep. We counted 60,
Life.
64 staples, I think,
Uh-huh.
something like that.
Yeah.
It was wild. So then anyway, we came home after about 4 days there at the hospital. We actually got discharged and we came back home here to Annapolis, where we've been staying with her parents as she's recovered. And I guess this past Wednesday was 5 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot's changed in these past 5 weeks. Why don't you just talk a little bit about how the recovery has been for you and baby
It's-
steps.
Yeah, it was very basic. Thank God you were there, Sam. All I can say.
You did all that.
I guess I found you at the right time.
Right.
That's for sure. But I just felt like just an organism. Now I'm starting to feel a little more human. Finally. But
You
still.
look pretty good.
What did the doctor say when you guys went back in to find out about the tumor you had?
Well, I guess when I had my staples out, that was when the surgeon was there and he removed them, but I think he also came because he had to tell us. It was a week later that we got the news that it was a glioblastoma
Yeah.
multiforme, grade 4.
Yeah.
So I guess that was when I saw the look in the doctor's eyes. I'm just like, oh,
Right.
this is not good, you know?
Right.
It's just clearly not what he wanted to have to share, but... And there was also an urgency about, you know, you don't really have time to think about this one, like, these things grow fast. So, it was a little bit challenging, I think, recovering and having to think about the future part, because the recovery was such a full-time adventure.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just, the next steps were kind
Yeah.
of looming, but
Yeah, well that's kind of where we're at now, is a new threshold. You know, we've met with the oncologist at Johns Hopkins, and of course they feel like, you know, Jessica has a lot of really positive things going for her. She's young, she's strong, she's recovered really well from the actual surgery itself, but the bottom line is that this glioblastoma is very serious, and we definitely realize it's an extreme situation, which is part of the reason why we're kind of just sitting down here for a minute and sharing the message. You know, we want to reach out to the people around us right now for support, because it's been a big challenge. You know, I haven't been able to work for, you know, over 5 weeks, and I've just really needed to drop everything and be here for Jessica. I mean, we're going through this together, and you know, the more people who lock arms with us in this process, you know, the easier it's going to be. But yeah, the people at Hopkins, they say that you know, this glioblastoma, it's a high-grade, you know, tumor, and apparently it turns out that the whole tumor was actually high-grade tissue. I guess in the beginning they didn't know if it was just starting to change, but because of that it's probably grown pretty fast. The speculation is maybe within about 6 months or something. So who knows, when we got married last October, yeah, crazy to think that you had a tumor in your brain, but wow. But yeah, so...
And so what are the doctors? I know
Yeah.
that you don't want to think about like prognosis, but the fact is that
Yeah, the fact is that
I won't look at the statistics.
Yeah, we haven't really
but
looked at the
I know.
exact
You can
statistics.
look it up, Google
yeah,
it.
you can look it up for glioblastoma,
But it's one of the.
it's not good. It's serious. You have to take quick action, and usually, as far as the hospital's concerned, they tell you have 3 to 6 months. Where if you do nothing, then you could be compromised by something like this in 3 to 6 months. So, along the way, we have a really awesome community of people around us. I kind of grew up in more of an alternative medicine kind of family, and so we really just feel like we're believers in integrative medicine and the best, whatever's necessary, for the situation at hand. And we've heard about this guy, Brzezinski, has a clinic in Houston, and we're actually going out there next week. We fly out there next Tuesday, and we have a consultation on April the 5th, which is Thursday. And we're going to meet Dr. Brzezinski, and we're going to see what type of treatment he can offer us. We know there's a lot of choices. When we talked with the people at Hopkins, they explained to us that they offer pretty much a standard protocol of chemotherapy and radiation. Basically, a box of treatment, and each person, they put you in that box for treatment. But with Brzezinski, they keep talking about your individualized genetic fingerprint or your molecular fingerprint. And they say that they look at her, her case and talk with her and take her blood work, that they will develop a specialized treatment that's based on her genetic fingerprint specifically. It won't just be the standard treatment that they give to every single person who has, some type of cancer that they're trying to heal. And what do you think about Dr. Brzezinski? Can you just share with people why we're going there? Why you believe this is better for us than?
It was kind of like brain cancer, Brzezinski kind of connect, and then it seemed like. Priscilla, my sister-in-law, put the word out or started to research, and Brzezinski seems like it came from like 3 or 4 different angles, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And
he's curing people.
People are
with,
getting well with this
with glioblastoma, like tumor, forever,
like healed and living normal lives,
mm-hmm.
and don't have any side effects.
Yeah.
So it just feels too valuable to not pursue and find out if it's a match for us.
And you guys just got married.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting a new life together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we are. We are not satisfied. I mean, we're looking for back to high quality of life. I mean, we want to have a family together, and we want to. We believe that it's possible for us to come back and just be better than ever, and that's the space that we're kind of holding, and that's why we're reaching out for help and trying to just look at all the options here. So we're in that space where we know this is serious, and we really have to come up with the right treatment program for Jessica.
And the Brzezinski is unfortunately not. It's out of pocket expense. That's
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, the hard part about Brzezinski is while there's a chance we could be reimbursed for some things through our insurance. We do have health insurance. We have to put down some pretty exorbitant deposits, to start off with,
and the actual anti-neoplastons.
And the actual anti-neoplastons, can cost, we've heard, as much as $20,000 a month, even for the therapy, and we really don't know. We'll be posting, on our blog what our real targets are when we truly learn what type of help we really need. But for starters here, just to kind of get the ball moving and get things going, we feel like we need.
Well, your initial treatment is what? When
our
you
initial
get there?
Treatment, they tell us when we're there, we should be prepared to put down, $30,000 to get this thing started, and maybe even as much as $50,000 is probably a little more realistic, just to kind of. I mean, we have some travel expenses too.
And that's like the first month, basically.
Yeah, that's like the first month, basically, and then from that point moving forward, it could be anywhere from 10 to 20,000 a month. They speculate for ongoing care and treatment, but you know, at first it's like wow, the money, you know, but we are really in a place where we've realized we can't let the money side of it stop us from what we feel is the right thing to pursue, because we care too much about each other and about our future together, and we really want to, you know, find the best solution for as high a quality of life together as possible. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it right now. And
So what are you wanting? Like, what are you asking for from your friends and family and anybody that can help?
I mean, a really simple thing, I guess, for starters. I mean, we're looking for maybe, well, if you take, what, if 100 people, you know, or if 200 people could give, you know, whatever the math is, you know, we realize that with something like this, we're not looking for someone to just drop us $50,000, but, you know, anything that people can give. I mean, even whether it's $10, whether it's $100, you know, I mean, every little bit adds up. And I think what we're really looking for, we know that we have such a strong community of people around us, and we've felt the love. Like I said, my phone has been blowing up with emails and texts. I mean, it's really about Jessica. I've never seen, you know, someone so well loved by all the people around her. And if you could just imagine, you know, a community of 1,000 people, you know, and everybody standing in a circle together, it's like, if we all kind of catch this together, the load is going to be so light for all of us, you know. If that's what we're looking for, is we're looking for our community and our support group to just help catch this financial situation with us a little bit and support us in that. I mean, I don't know, those are my words.
What do you think,
but
Jess?
what do you feel? I mean,
oh, getting hot.
it's good.
Oh my goodness, I guess we really just need money to do this, you know?
Yeah, crazy.
And it's really awkward to ask for that kind of help, but
Yeah.
it's, I guess what's at hand, it's like, that is what we need to move forward with this treatment. And of course next week we're going to find out for sure if this is a match for us, this treatment, but it does feel that it's the most hopeful option that we have.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get more clear on what we need, but
You just need help.
Yeah, we just need help. And, you know, there's so many people who have been praying for us, and daily, I'm blown away. I mean, just by how many people are holding a space for us. Even people that, like, initially maybe sent me some kind of message or said they were praying for us. It's like, I haven't heard from them for the past 3 or 4 weeks, but then they email me again and they say, you know, just giving you guys space to heal, but we're thinking about you every single day, you know, praying for you every single day. And, you know, the truth of it is that's really probably the most important, even more than the money. But, you know, by the same token, right now we are in a situation where, you know, we need some people who will pay it forward a little bit and just help us right now. This is, as far as any experience that I've been in my whole life, this is the greatest time of need that I've ever felt, you know, in my entire life before. That's how much, you know, I love this woman here. I need her around. I need your help so that she can stay with us and, you know, be here for as long as possible, as long as she deserves to be here for. But, So thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to us. And thanks for your help and your prayers in this time.